请全体起立，升国旗，奏唱国歌。
向国旗敬礼。
Raise up the national flag and sing the national anthem.
请坐下。
Please take a seat.
各位领导、各位来宾、同志们、
Distinguished ladies,
朋友们，
comrades,
今天
friends,
是广西各族人民
Today is a
欢欣
celebration
鼓舞
for
的
all the
喜
ethnic
庆
people
节日。
in Guangxi Autonomous
我
Region.
们在这里隆重集
We are
会，
gathered
热烈
here
庆祝
to
广西
celebrate
壮族自治区
the 60
成立
years anniversary
60周年。
for the founding
党
of
中央
Guangxi
高度
Zhuang
重视
Autonomous Region
自治区
CPC
成立
Central
60周
Committee
年庆祝活动。
has
中共中央
to
政治局常委、
emphasizes on
全
the
国
60
政协
years
主席
celebration
汪洋同志
activities of the autonomous region.
中央代表团
President Wang Yang of CPPCC and the Political Bureau Standing Committee has led a central delegation with General Secretary Xi Jinping's best regards and wishes to the Guangxi's local people and all works of the ethnic groups from the nation to come to Guangxi and celebrate with all the ethnic groups in Guangxi
深切关
about this festival. This is also a quite inadequate demonstration of President Xi's leadership and his ardent care about the ethnic groups people in Guangxi region. First, let me give you a brief introduction of all the leaders from the CPC Central Committee.
中央代表团团长
Comrade Wang
汪
Yang,
洋同志，
member of Standing Committee in CPC Political Bureau, President of CPCC, Heads of the CPC delegation.
中共中央政治局委员、国务院副总理、中央代表团
Cameras
团长
孙春兰
同志，
member of CPC Political Bureau, Vice Premier of State Council, and Vice
中共
Deputy Director of Central Committee delegation.
中央统战部部长、中央代表团副团长兼秘书长尤权同志，
Comrades Yu Quan, Secretariat of CPC Central Committee, the United Front Work Department of CPC Central Committee, and the Vice Director of Standing Committee of the National People's Congress.
林同志，
Comrades Baima Chilin, Vice Chairman of NPC and also the Vice Director of Standing Committee of the National People's Congress.
团长马彪同志，
Comrade Ma Biao, Vice President of CPPCC and Vice Director of the Central Party
中央
delegation.
统战部副部长、国家民委党组书记、主任、中央代表团副团长巴特尔同志，
Comrades Bartel, Vice President of CPPCC, Vice Minister of China United Front Department,
军委
General Secretary of State Ethnic Affairs Commission,
苗华同志，
Comrade Miao Hua, members of the Central Military Commission, Director of Political Department of Central Military Commission, and Vice
党组成员
Director of Central Delegation.
应邀出席庆祝大会。
Mr. Li Zhaozhuo, Vice President of CPPCC,
中央代表团
are
其他成员
attending this
中央
conference
国家机关
after invitation. Other members attending this conference includes relevant director who's responsible for the government office of the military commission,
关负责组织广东省、内蒙古自治
relevant workers, relevant comrades working at the Southern region,
新疆维吾尔自治区有关，
part of the armed police force,
让我们
comrades working at the China Railway, and relevant comrades working at the Guangdong region,
全体
in the Mongolia Autonomous Region, Ningxia Autonomous Region, Tibet Autonomous Region, and Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Let's raise a round of applause to warm welcome the central delegation led by Comrade Wang Yang.
区占用部省级
We also have other participants in today's meeting,
红军代表，
including the representatives of the retired party comrades and the retired staffs, include from the Red Armies and representatives coming from the autonomous region, leaders in the governmental bodies CPPCC, and representatives from the Supreme Court of the Autonomous Region and Supreme Procurators representatives, and also other provincial leaders.
南部战区陆军桂林联勤保障中心，空军南宁基地，
Southern Air Force Base,
陆军级
Army Specific Operation Force, Academy, and other representatives
部队领导，
and leaders who has led the autonomous region
政
and also the
联络处
SOEs,
区外
HK, SAR, headquarter layering officers,
其他特邀嘉宾，
municipality, county representatives,
常委会委员，
apart from
全
the
国政协
Zhuang ethnic groups autonomous
管
region,
理团团
members of the NPC,
并请的
Standing Committee, members of the CPPCC,
政府政协秘书长，
representatives coming from the autonomous region, experts and representatives,
以及
central Guilin-based central governmental bodies director, and also the directors representing all the ethnic groups and all walks of life.
委员、国务院副总理、中央代表团副团长孙春兰同志
Right now,
宣读中共中央
let's give the floor to Comrade Sun Chunlan,
国务院
members of the political bureaus of CPC, Vice Mayor of State Council, to announce the celebration letters coming from the CPC Central Committee and NPC Standing Committee, State Council, CPPCC, and the China Military Commission. China State Council, CPC Central Commission, and CPPCC celebration about the 60 years anniversary of the Guangxi Zhuang ethnic group.
壮族自治区人民政府、广西壮族自治区政协、广西军区。
The Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region's political government, NPC Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, during this 60 years anniversary, Central CPC Central Committee, CPPCC, China Central Military Commission has extended our warmest congratulations to all walks of life and all ethnic groups in Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region,
向所有关心支持
to all the armies and also the air forces
朋友
who
致以热烈的
presented yourself in Guangxi Autonomous
热烈的
Region.
慰问
Congratulations. In the year 1956, Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region were officially founded. It is a milestone in the China's ethnic relations, and it actually opened up the leadership of CPC in Guangxi to enter into a new chapter for the Guangxi Autonomous Region. Over the past 60 years, especially after the reform and opening up, Guangxi's economic performance has been turned up quite good, with a quite good infrastructure and wholly opened up chapters. All the social works and infrastructure has entered into a new chapter, with all the poverty work has been improved the local people's living standard. All the people in Guangxi enjoyed a harmonious society and a green environment. Ecological beauty is becoming a name card for Guangxi and is blocked all of the good sides of Guangxi and fully play the traditional culture of China. All the ethnic groups, by connecting and communicating with each other, they have an in-depth understanding of the Chinese ethnic groups. And the CPC Central Committee has an ever more deep root in the Guangxi Autonomous Region. Especially for the Guangxi Autonomous Region, they have upheld the national interest as their first interest and standing at the peripheries of the nations and maintaining the integrities of the nations and safeguarded the hinterlands. Today's Guangxi is seeing all kinds of the red lands with all kinds of dynamisms with the connections between the hearts and hands of all ethnic groups. We are working in unity to speed up our steps towards a wealthy society and lead the Chinese characteristic society in a new journey.
For 16 years, we have been prospering. Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region has glorious histories with hard earnings. We have precious experiences which cannot be apart from the firm leadership of the CPC Central Committee and the concerted efforts of all government leaders and the help and sincere assistance of all people in China. We have insisted on the socialism and comprehensive reform and opening up. We have kept to the desire of the shared community of China and realize a family of Chinese people to construct the Chinese dream altogether. Socialism with Chinese characteristics has entered a new era, and so is Guangxi, standing at the new start point of history. The party and the country has always attached great importance to the development of Guangxi province and keep their thoughts about Guangxi leaders, especially after the 18th National People's Congress. General Secretary Xi Jinping has given an important talk on Guangxi's development, insisting that we hold high the banner of socialism with Chinese characteristics and be guided by the three important representatives of Deng Xiaoping, and firmly form four consensus, safeguard the core leadership of General Secretary Xi Jinping and the authority leadership of CPC Central Committee, and implement the decisions and plannings of State Council. We are going to rejuvenate Guangxi province, boost economic high-quality development, and guarantee livelihood of people by making new progresses and enhance the efforts on environmental protection. On boosting development of Road and Belt Initiative, we will conduct new transformers and aim to achieve a moderately prosperous society. And on the journey of 2 centenary goals, we will make even greater contributions. I wish the armed police forces of Guangxi Liberation Army is an important force to safeguard Guangxi province. We would always keep to our original aspiration and safeguard the unity of all ethnic groups, consolidate the unity of military and civilians. Let us bound even closer under the core leadership of Comrade Xi Jinping. We will keep to our original aspiration and mission and write a new chapter of prosperous southern land of China and aim for a better future. I wish a prosperous future for Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region and a happy life for all people in Guangxi Province. CPC Central Committee, Standing Committee of NPC, CPPCC, Central Military Committee, 2018 December.
Now,
please give a warm applause to welcome CPC Politburo, CPC President, Central Delegation Director Comrade Wang Yang to give a speech. Comrades, friends, today we have prospering in blossoms here in Nanning. I am very delighted to bring the hopes of CPC led by Comrade Xi Jinping to celebrate the 16th anniversary of the founding of the autonomous region on behalf of CPC, NPC, State Council, CPPCC, Central Military Commission to express my congratulations to you and 56 million people in Guangxi. My best wishes. Guangxi is a precious land in the south of China. We have magnificent sceneries as well as rivers flowing all around this land. We have been drinking in the same water, building a same homeland, creating a glorious culture. Since recent times, heroic people from all ethnic groups of Guangxi are in the frontiers to safeguard the security of our nation, and they embodied the aspirations and stories of passion for our country. Deng Xiaoping and other former leaders of our country has constructed a base of reform here 16 years ago. Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region was founded here and initiated a new journey of prosperity and progress. Under the core leadership and concern of the CPC Central Committee, Guangxi has reached glorious results. The economic is transforming. In 1915, the GRP here was only 2 billion, but in 2018, the number reached over 20 billions. Liuzhou and other industrial zones have been transformed as well. From mountains to banks of rivers, every place is showing exhilarating scenes. Reform and opening up has helped Guangxi province, and people in Guangxi have been forging ahead with concerted efforts. This is a pilot zone of economic reform. For 14 years, the foreign trade volume have added times, and last year the volume reached $5.72 million. The rather closed frontier is now a frontier for openness. People's lives have been improved greatly. In the past, mountains were preceding this region, and 8 out of 10 households are poor. And we have new breakthroughs in the earnings and income of families. And we have initiated projects as poverty alleviation, and we have put the 9-year compulsory education period. The traditional cultures have been protected here. Liu culture has been popular all around the country. Ecological governance has made great improvement as well. 14 years ago, the coverage of plants were only 20%. There were a lot of places where water and land were scarce in Guangxi. But the current Guangxi has bid farewell to that situation and jumped to the first ranks. The forest coverage has reached to 62%, and the air quality has come up to 80%. We can see beautiful scenery everywhere. As we used to say, Guilin's scenery is best in the country. Ethnic unity is consolidated. Warlocks in Guangxi used to reign the area, and this segregation between all different ethnic groups were taking root. But the current Guangxi has the most numbers of ethnic groups in the country. The ethnic relations are in the best possible. People can make friends with each other and be friendly neighbors and have a good relationship. The frontier is guarded by all people. The scenery is enjoyed and kept by all the people. This is the lively picture of Guangxi. Since the 18th MPC, under the firm leadership led by President Xi Jinping, all regions have forged ahead and made historical achievements. The economic progress has reached to 8.3%, obviously higher than that of our national average number. We have joined the middle income group, and Guangxi is the first autonomous region to introduce subways as well as high-speed railways. Every year, over 100 years can be lifted out of poverty, and the poverty occurrence have decreased from 18% to 5%. Over 17 million people have safe drinking waters, and people of all ethnic groups have been happy and acquiring the glorious achievements of the 16 years.
It's under the leadership of the CPC Central Committee, and it's also a joint effort from all the ethnic groups. It's actually a full demonstration of the advancement of the Chinese characteristic of socialism, and also representing the in-depth dynamism of socialism. All the people who have a hand-on experience of the advancement of the autonomous region, all the people who care about the social progress in autonomous region have every reason to be proud of ourselves about our progress. Comrades, friends, ushered into the new era, Guangxi is welcoming a historic opportunity, standing on a new starting point. General Secretary Xi Jinping, during his visit in Guangxi in the year 2017, has given all kinds of the guidelines to the development. We need to learn from General Secretary Xi Jinping's idea of the social ideas and also the spirit as he noted in the 90s People's Congress, and implemented the 5 different requirements from him and write a new chapter for the development of Guangxi. We also need to under the leadership of the Central People's parties, Communist parties. The leadership of CPC is actually a founding element of the long-term prosperity in Guangxi. Only under this leadership can Guangxi stand up and strive hard for its future. Only under the leadership of President Xi Jinping and the Communist Party of China, Guangxi Autonomous Region will enjoy its economic advancement and people's day-to-day life. We should work very hard to maintain the leadership of Communist Party of China and make sure that every orders, every guidelines of the Central People's Committee can be carried out in Guangxi, and gathered all the ethnic groups, all the people, all walks of life in Guangxi to work hard for our future. We should also uphold the socialism path with the Chinese characteristics. So this is the general direction for the Chinese people to work hard. Only by taking this part, taking in this journey, can we enter into prosperity. We should also follow a balanced way of development with the rich help the poor, and let all the ethnic group enjoy the warmth from the social society. The Central People's Committee really emphasizes about the economic development in Guangxi, and it has launched a series of campaign in the Northern Bay Economic Zones, Guilin Economic Zone, and the Rejuvenation Campaign in the old Reform Region, covering all areas in Guangxi. After the NT's Party Congress, the central physical support in Guangxi is surpassing 1 trillion RMB, and over 50,000 of the physical supporting projects and programs has been landed in Guangxi. With the future development, our support to Guangxi is going to be stronger and more comprehensive. We should uphold a new way of development. With all the achievements in Guangxi, it's still a relevant underdeveloped region. We should be people-centered and fully play the second mover's advantage and shorten the economic gap between our region and other economic advanced regions, and achieve the high-quality economic advancement, undertaking a supply-side reform. By optimizing our industry structure and change our economic momentum, we should improve the qualities from the economy and balance the quality and speed. Guangxi has a quite cutting-edge ecological advantage. We should uphold the idea that the green is God, and implemented the law of environmental protection to make the green lands existed forever and fresh airs ushered in the Guangxi region. We should also uphold an in-depth reform. In Guangxi, reform and opening up is a key policy underlying the economic advancement of our current era. With this 40 years anniversary of reform and opening up, we should revolutionize ourselves with a new round of effort to, especially in the key areas, and break down all of the bad influence from the past institutions to add more dynamism to the whole economic structures. And we should fully implement the opening leadership strategies. One Northern Bay can lead the 11 hinterland, and one location can fully play the role of the sea, and we should usher into the new chapter of the development and better immerse ourselves with the Belt Route Initiative to be a part of the bigger opening up picture. We should also guarantee the people's livelihood and improve the people's day-to-day happiness during the development. Guangxi is actually in the border area of China, and it also has a large relevantly poor development public. We should do more people-centered programs to make the people's livelihood and their economic advancement at the heart of our work. We should also undertaking the political responsibility to relieve the people out of poverty and focusing on the deeply deprived area and guarantee that during our journey to the balanced welfare society, no single village, no single ethnic group is lagging behind, and we should gather all the powers and momentum to build up all the welfare infrastructure for the general society and address the general public's headaches in the healthcare, education, and social welfare. And we should do all kinds of good work to make people's livelihood one year better than another. We should also construct a quite good momentum for the social area, and we should also implement the strategy suited for all ethnic groups. This autonomous sovereignty in the ethnic group is one part of our national policy, and it's also the founding stone for the harmony between all the ethnic groups. We should do a quite good and balanced work between unity and solidarity, and we should put the solidarity at the heart of our general work, increase harmony, and promote communication. An environment jointly enjoyed, worked, and resident by all ethnic groups is what we want to see. The ethnic group and Han group cannot be separated with each other along the journey of development. A legal infrastructure should be built up to guarantee of the economical advancement of all ethnic groups, and all the ethnic groups should have a quite good awareness about our motherland, about our history, and also about our nation. By joining hands and connecting our hearts, we are going to embrace each other, comrades, friends. 60 years of soul and rape ushered us in a new era of solidarity and unity, alongside General Secretary Xi Jinping's idea. Let's work hard and reform ourselves and pioneer into the magnificent Guangxi and achieve our dream of rejuvenation in Guangxi. Thank you very much.
Now,
I give you Comrade Liu Xinshi, General Secretary of the Guangxi Autonomous Region. Let's welcome him. Distinguished President Wang Yang, distinguished representative from the Central Delegation, comrades, friends. Today, all the blossoms in the beautiful city of Nanning is welcoming all of you and celebrating the 60 years anniversary of the Guangxi Autonomous Region. CPC Central Committee, CPPCC, Central Military Commission has sent us congratulation letters, and President Xi Jinping has written word to summarize and wrap up the 60 years development of Guangxi. This is a good demonstration of the Central Communist Party's care and heartfelt congratulations for the 60 years anniversary of Guangxi's autonomous region. The people, the general public, ethnic groups, and all walks of life in Guangxi feel really gratitude for President Xi's heartfelt care. President Wang Yang has led a central delegation to Guangxi and bring us the message from President Xi Jinping about his feelings. So here, on behalf of the CPC Central Committee in the Autonomous Region and the NPC from the Autonomous Region and CPPCC from the Autonomous Region, Guangxi Autonomous Region, and all walks of life, Under the leadership of General Secretary Xi Jinping, we'd like to pay our highest tribute to you.
向中央代表团、向各位嘉宾和朋友们表示热烈欢迎，向全区各族人民群众
And a warm welcome for the central delegations and all the friends who are with us today.
中央驻队单位的同志
And
表示诚挚的问候，向长期以来
we'd like to say the
建设
and gratifications for all the people who are attending today's affairs, especially for the old comrades who contributed their lifelong effort to the development of Guangxi Autonomous Region, and to all the friends who care about the development of Guangxi Autonomous Region.
60年前，在党中央的
60 years ago,
和党的民主政策
under the
广西壮族自治区宣告
leadership of CPC Central Committee and also the ethnic group policies of CPC Central Committee, Guangxi Autonomous Region was officially founded and became the largest area for the autonomous region. We ushered in a new chapter by that time. 60 years later, with all the efforts from all walks of life and all the ethnic groups in Guangxi Autonomous Region, we have been worked really hard in a solidarity and created unprecedented achievements. Our land has been transformed within the 60 years, especially after the 80th Congress. Under the leadership of President Xi Jinping, all the ethnic groups and all walks of the people has upheld the Chinese characteristics within the new socialisms, and we fully implemented General Secretary Xi Jinping's positioning of Guangxi Autonomous Region and landed the 5 implementation policies and pioneered into the new era of economic advancement with historic breakthroughs.
实现了从低收入阶
In
段
the past, every corner of Guangxi
收入阶段，
has
从全国
seen a quite deteriorated scenario, but we have been transforming ourselves to a regional
面向东盟的
transportation hub, connecting all
向
of the hinterland with the ASEAN country.
转变，
We have also worked into the historic period and write a new chapter for the sound development in the southern part of China.
领导，
We have been adhered to
中国的
the leadership of CPC
牢固树立
and keep to the path of the Chinese socialism with Chinese characteristics. We have been forged in the four confidence and safeguarded the core leadership of General Secretary Xi Jinping
讲政治，不大局，
and hold the banner
始终以党的旗
of
帜
political grand
以
picture
党的方向
high
为方向，以党的意志为意志，
and direct us for the party direction and put the party's will as our
人
own.
和，百业兴旺，
Today's Guangxi province
壮乡
is
各族
prospering in all kinds of work.
跟党走到
All
底的
descendants of
坚
Zhuang
定信心，
ethnicity
沿着党
are
指引的方
following
向
the firm
昂扬
steps
奋进。
of the party.
我们始终坚持
Under the direction and guidance of the party, we are prospering and progressing.
党的民主政策，
We are completing the national progress,
模范区建设，深入
forging the
开展
unity and
民主团结进步
solidarity of ethnic
积极
groups.
促进各民族交往
We are proactively facilitating the relationships between different ethnic groups,
和谐的
develop a equal and harmonious development.
中华民族共同体意识，不断创新丰富，
We have built a
解决民族
shared
问题
community of
正确
destiny
道路的广西
and use Chinese
坚
solutions
持广西
to
各族人民
to the right decisions.
紧紧
Today's
抱在一起
Guangxi,
和睦相处，和衷共济，
with all its descendants holding together, embracing each other, and developing harmoniously,
我们始终坚持
reaching to the best level in
牢
history.
牢把握
We
发展
have
这个解决民族
adhered that development is the priority and seek solution to all problems in this region. We have proactively seek the progress of the new normal of economic reform, restructuring. We are facilitating industrial transformance, consolidating economic high-quality development. The current Guangxi has a comprehensive power way surpassing before. The faces of cities and urban and rural areas are renewing themselves. A beautiful and glorious Guangxi is standing up in the southern land of China. We believe that deepening reform and opening up, we are using three main identifiers, going into all directions to open up new development and forge a step-up version of ASEAN Expo, and proactively connect with the development of Japan, Macau, and Hong Kong. The current Guangxi is opening up and deepening cooperation relationships with other partners. We are integrating into the whole nation, going towards ASEAN and embracing the world. We are seeking green development and remembering the guidance of President Xi Jinping on green environment, and we are sticking to the green policies and conducting systemic governance on our environment. We are accelerating ecology, economy, and green industries, improving the scenery of our mountains and waters, and we are bringing up our brand for our beautiful sceneries. Today's Guangxi has a good ecology with its waters and mountains and good air qualities. We have good ecology and happy people. Therefore, we are seeking a green path for development, which is getting wider and wider. We are positively answering the aspirations for happy lives for all people. And we have put this as a priority. We are confident that we can raise the people's livelihood and complete the social security, development, education, health, culture, and other industries. And we are going to innovate on social governance, therefore to create a better life for people. Today's Guangxi has satisfied people and harmonious society, as well as secure frontiers. The folk song is also bringing happiness to people's life. For 16 years, we have forged ahead, and we have great achievements in these 16 years, especially after the 16th National Congress of CPC, which fully embodies the Xi Jinping's new era of socialism with Chinese characteristics, fully embodies the great prominence of autonomous regions. These achievements are the results of the right leadership of State Council and CPC Central Committee, and is also the result of all governments' concerted efforts and forging ahead. Right now, we can fully experience as long as we persist in under the leadership of CPC, help in labor, consensus building. We can realize the progress and development of Guangxi and realize a harmonious society and build a better future for Guangxi province, leaders, guests, comrades, friends. In Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region's 16th anniversary, General Secretary Xi Jinping has mentioned to build a prosperous Guangxi, sending the best wishes and ardent hopes for Guangxi province. This is General Secretary's callings upon the better futures and transcendence. These are the ardent hopes for the prosperity society for Guangxi province vested in General Secretary Xi Jinping. And he has urged us in a higher requirement. We should remember the concern and ardent hope vested in us and transfer it into our power, hold high the banner of socialism with Chinese characteristics, and focus on the 3 position and 5 requirements. We will conduct precision poverty alleviation and stipulate new momentum for reform and opening up and construction in an all-round manner, and construct Guangxi province into a more prosperous, open, innovative, prosperous, beautiful province. For it to be progressing in all-round manner, we have endless folk songs and party members all over the country under the firm leadership centered by Comrade Xi Jinping. We will keep true to our original missions and aspirations to write new chapters in the new era and construct a prosperous and beautiful Guangxi, rejuvenate Guangxi province. I wish our great nation to be prosperous and all people can be healthy and happy, and I wish a better future for Guangxi province. Thank you.
现在，请壮族
Now,
群众代表南宁市武鸣区
I
城乡
welcome
镇平等村
Comrade
党支部书记
Pan Qingbiao from Nanning City, Wuming District, Pingdong Village Secretary.
kính chào các bộ công an, các bộ lao động, các bộ lao động, đại gia đội. Cô tức nông mình bầu xuống đèo, đèn hùng dấu dấp xuống dấu bán chuông. Phần này đi tôi tham gia, anh nói án ở thủ sĩ cầu lập bản góc chấp bị, xây khu bầu ký tầng đại biểu cang hòa, xính sân cầu án dạng xin na gọi. Bù lao lực nghề đỡ bán vụ, của nổ của đi tôi tham gia anh nói này, xây cả án đáng mà, gắn tạm gắn tới, ít tình ẩu cang ký hoạt đỡ tìm chế cả. Từ Xi Đảng Trung ương, từ Xi Jinping Bình Trung Chủ tịch, đây là Trung Âu文拉班嗰類特區陣時代，屋出邊度，對被得人單後食被打得到，人班個解想別呢個嘅晒，人班個基本就咁否到啦，對班咪490個喎，一成900個喎。高升的故鄉， 当被特人班共下头，
他是说，现在
有机停止人单后，强龙否命事事，
条例中
我有维护基行那里，有得一部分一林爱冇條短，林透明冇條短，林quý行冇條短，林麥冇條短，死澳機射麥嚟嘅，mà ở trọng sinh xuống đầm. Cho nên lá ban mình chúng chậu tất tất nung nề giật cùi giật chậu sèn ban bầu bầu dấu gan lầu sấy mì hao lại quần mì xí năng thật sự có đấy chậu táng mà anh ban cổ xâm chậu lại đó thứ sĩ kỳ tăng với sinh phố gồm ngàn khu chậu chất quang thì đâu vô sầu chống hậu gà gầm bát chính sấy cu xét gàn vai cu gàn mớ cái bác xảo cái tưởng phun sấy phù hình sấy nỉ sấy cu chậu đội bán cu mì gàn chơi vợ gàn chơi bình dự bình châu sàng tầng gong số tài ấy tông tầng xếp hơi số tông âm quân mê lực bờ áng áng ghiều ghiều sướng có thiếu phun lực nghề phù lao tức dầu cụ áng bầu bầu tìm dòng tát tát nguồn hơi đáng mà kỹ thuật giới chẳng cụ số đời sinh sĩ tốt đồng anh si bố của dâm kiểng hơn đâu đã gầu xíu tăng sông nhang sông hiểm sĩ tăng cụ đời tăng si bố bí đẳng sông mì ít đẳng dòng bầu hào thèn hô tăng sẻn bán phí xích phết bầu tăng dần bầu bầu xuống đây tại vườn phố tân cán bú bầu bầu xuống đây cụ gọi gian rọc tàu gầu xây cụ đời sĩ ti kinh phí Âu thứ sĩ cái hơi tê dòng bạc hát bàn mà cụ tá bùng gầu đời thân xây đây nghỉ ít bị giảm chế bàn thì tàu hủy nhưng nơi trong đời thân đầu thì ghen to hơn ghen hiểu sao ghen chếp chất tăng sĩ bú vô ác hao lại đó lúc ảnh bán ở dương này à thể hiện cần gì đấy sẻn quang thì gì đấy các muốn lá bán cháu đâu là các sủ bùi nuông tìm tổng tắc tổng từ hân từ chảy từ số cụ định cầu chất lá bán ảnh bán xuống ở thì tăng người à xíu bếc tính ở mà gang dâu tược eo liêu phuần xuân sẽ eo phuần sầu eo liêu phuần kế sẽ eo phuần mỡ thật giấy chân lũ ngọn ngọn eo phuần ít dương gầu xe cả trong ngôi tầng với đây dương này vẫn lại giàu thức ăn nguy mì tăng sung nhang ầu xì kiến bình tung su ký mà cụ hắc tìm tấu quản ngoại xí đấy gầu ấn giả ý chảy tăng tờ xì tăng tính ký hòa tăng cần tăng lại gầu kiết rắn mì xì kiến bì tung su ký cầm tờ linh tàu mì thắn hồng la man xính từ siêu yên mì các chủ bùi nuông gòn ghẹn cuồng kỹ thuật sới dầu căng tình diệt tâu diệt đời ẩn quang di dầu căng tình diệt biến diệt cháu tôi xin thế cả.
现在，请汉族群众代表桂林市公共交通集团有限公司平商场站党支部书记、副经理夏世初同志发言。
尊敬的各位领导、同志们、朋友们，大家好！我是一名来自生产一线的汉族代表。此时此刻
I am the front worker.
与大家共同见证
Right now,
创乡60年的辉煌。
I am witnessing the 16 years of glory. I am excited as well as proud. 1991, I was elected as a ticket seller in public bus. And in 1996, I was elected as a bus driver. For these years, I have been working and dedicating myself on a normal post. I have been awarded as models for labor, and I was gloriously chosen as the delegate for the 19th National Congress of CPC. There are a lot of co-workers of mine who are just like me. We have to thank the CPC Central Committee and General Secretary Xi Jinping. It's their efforts that we have returns of our efforts, and we now have a happy and prosperous life. For these years, especially since the 18th National Congress of CPC, we have first-handly witnessed under the elite leadership of General Secretary Xi Jinping, we have profound changes in our lives. What we're feeling most deeply is that our cars are changing, our cities are changing, our people are changing. Before, when we were driving, the engine mask would have loud buzzing and warmth. When rain comes, the big ones are outside the bus and the small ones are inside the bus. Now we have more technological advancements. We have automatic wipers, GPS, electronic monitors, AC. These are all normal standards. Before, we have bumpy roads, mostly 2 lanes. And now we are having 4 lanes or even 6, 8 lanes roads. The mud roads have been replaced by concrete, and green plants as well as buildings are being constructed alongside the roads. Before, 1 line of bus can run all across Old Guilin. Now we have 59 lines with 750 buses and 372 travel buses. Of course, the most evident change is the numbers of citizens. Although people come from different places, but we're all polite and friendly, helping each other. The harmonious coexistence are happening over and over again every day in our buses. This is the most vivid embodiment of harmony between different ethnicities. It is the same in rural and urban areas. People in Zhuang land have acquiring feel security. We deeply understand that all these historical changes are achieved under the firm leadership by General Secretary Xi Jinping. The new era is an era for people who strive. The General Secretary Xi Jinping has called upon us and encouraged me and my co-workers. People are resolute to follow firmly under the Central Committee of CPC, love the country as well as the party, roll up our sleeve, and work with added energy, and pay greater contribution for Chinese dream and a better future. Thank you. Now, the Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region 16th anniversary public performance is going to happen. 突然想起来。
什么？我说这个说的应该不多，演出会。哪几张？我写后几张。是我的那块儿。或者你把你自己的那块儿翻出来。就比如说你拿3张翻到这儿，然后以后写一块儿。
下好茶饭呐，还有山歌亲亲人呀，亲亲人。
在长山歌，
手跳起来，跳得山川野翠来。
肩并着肩唱起来，唱着江河踏歌来。
千年同舞跳起来，跳出今天的精彩。
百年圆梦花盛开，开遍八关巷子来。手拉着手跳起来，跳得山川野翠来。肩并着肩唱起来，唱着江河踏歌来。千年同舞跳起来，跳出今天的精彩。百年圆梦花盛开，开遍八关巷子来。在这个万众欢腾的节日里，快乐和激情正飞越高山大海。来吧，各民族兄弟姐妹欢聚一堂，我们的歌声嘹亮在新时代。在这个风华摇曳的年代里，美好的生活像壮锦一样铺开。来吧，各民族兄弟姐妹一起奋斗，我们的幸福连接着新时代。在这个万众欢腾的节日里，快乐和激情正飞越高山大海。来吧，各民族兄弟姐妹欢聚一堂，我们的歌声嘹亮在新时代。在这个风华摇曳的年代里，美好的生活像壮锦一样铺开。来吧，各民族兄弟姐妹一起奋斗，我们的幸福连接着新时代，新时代。小康路上富起来，绿水青山美起来。一带一路走起来，民族复兴强起来。小康路上富起来，绿水青山美起来。一带一路走起来，民族复兴强起来。我们的脚步自信豪迈，自信豪迈。我们的道路开创未来，开创未来。
领导、各位来宾、
distinguished leaders,
同志们、朋友
distinguished
们，
guests,
现在
comrades,
我
friends,
宣布，
now
广西壮
I
族自治区
officially
成
announced
立60周年庆祝大
the
会
60
圆满
years
结束。
anniversary celebrating the Guangxi Autonomous Region a full success.